right. Hey, y'all. It's Khadijah again. And I promised y'all I would do an update on Alexi. And I've been calling her Alijai. And that's the way it was pronounced on the computer. But her name is not pronounced Alijai, the last name. I mean, the middle name. It's Alijai. And these names get more and more hard as time goes on. I'm from the old school, so it gets hard. Excuse me again for my scratchy voice. I had like a day or two where my voice wasn't as scratchy, but I'm dealing with some illnesses. And when I notice when my voice becomes scratchy, that tends to mean that I'm getting more and more sick from one of these ailments. So it's 9:25, and you would say to yourself, it's 9:25 a.m. or p.m.? Well, looking at what I'm eating, guess what it is? Is it 9:25 a.m. or 9:25 p.m.? I'm eating soup, Brunswick stew, 9:25 a.m. or p.m.? Well, here's your answer. It's actually 9:25 a.m. And I went in the kitchen to get something to eat, and I can't really find any breakfast, like biscuits or anything. We had a long night last night. We was out at the hospital with my mom. She passed out in the home, which is very common, but it is very traumatizing. So this segment, of course, is about Lexii Alijai. Beautiful name. And I always do an update. I already told y'all who her grandfather was. It was Zap, the lead vocalist. And then her father was one of Zap's children, which, is Roger Troutman Jr. And what a tragic, tragic thing that happened. I said I wouldn't go there, and I'm not going to go there. Y'all can find out the information about the background if you want to, but I'm trying to focus in on Lexii. Lexii Alijai. Okay, now the YouTube is buzzing with people saying that she died of a drug overdose. And I don't know, so I won't say. I'm only going by what is read in the paper, what, people are claiming that the family may or may not have said. But anyways, Jessica Owen is the mother of Lexii Alijai Lynch. Now, from what I read, and you can look at this is published, and I'm sorry, I have to close my curtains. And I got to be careful y'all don't see all my information on here. Okay, I'm going to close the curtain and see if that helps. And I'm sorry about the blinking, flashing light. It's just that when you're looking at a monitor onto, if you're recording, you get all this busyness. So basically, let me see where I was. So this comes from Mother of St. Paul rapper Alexis or Lexii Alijai Lynch says death is under police investigation. And already I've gotten up this morning being concerned for my mom, upset, not sleeping very well. I gotten up and then I looked at some YouTube stuff, and people are claiming she died of a drug overdose. And I guess they just want a lot of hits on their channels. But, I said that the family may or may not know, and you can always still have your services and things like that. But this was published January 10th, 2020, which today is January 11th, at 12:04 p.m., which was noon. And then it was updated January 10th, 2020 at 9:34 p.m. So I'm feeling like this is the most accurate. They said basically, her mother said the cause of her daughter's death remains under investigation by I can't press. Y'all, I'm going to have to skip it. I'm going to tell you why. I have a speech problem, a nervous problem, and they're going to find out what's going on by the police. I have to wait until they get their part done, Owen said Friday, after declining to speculate on details. And anyways, people are saying that she died of a drug overdose or she was depressed. And when you go over here to, this is the, I don't know, it's called Wiki Bio, or whatever. And there she is. They said, that her birthday, which would have been coming up, February 19th, 1998. She's 21 years old, born in St. Paul, Minnesota, United States. She died on January 1st. She's American, multiracial. Her father, Roger Troutman Lynch Jr., his profession was a rapper. Cause of death is not revealed. And it said funeral update soon, which I don't know about all that. Dating boyfriend, not applicable. Married husband, not applicable. Net worth is $200,000. Well, I would say this is, like I said, it's not so much important really how the person died. I'm sorry, I got to take a soup break. I'm burning my tongue. Just to hurry up and get this in. It's not always by how the person died, it's by how they lived their life. And to me, from what I know, and I keep reading, she has an album that was supposed to come out. I think it's supposed to come out just before her birthday. Let me see if I can get that. Lexii started her musical journey. Let's see, singer 16th on. Okay, that was something else that was on her birthday, but that was a while ago. Well, anyways, I thought she was due to have something come out, but I think I was reading about Growing Pains. Released a well-received Joseph Cole's album. Anyways, as time goes on, more and more people are doing YouTube videos on Lexii, Alijai, which is a beautiful name. I'm glad I finally got it right. Alijai. And, there's a lot of misinformation too going around. I would say if this is even accurate, let's go back to the ad. If this is accurate, and it was updated January 10th, 2020 at 9:34 p.m., where the mother has said the police is still investigating the cause of death for Lexii, then I think that I'm not telling people what to do. It's just my opinion that we should, kind of refrain from speculation because, we don't want to say things that are not correct. And, it's just some people are just liking to have a lot of YouTube hits. Who wouldn't? I want YouTube hits, so I can expand my channel. But at the same time, I want to make sure that I get the information out that is true and correct to the best of my knowledge. And hopefully the sources that I'm looking at will be true and correct to the best of their knowledge. So this was taken from TwinCities.com, Pioneer Press. And so we still, as to date, do not know the cause of death for Lexii Alijai. And if you're seeing this video today, January 11th, 2020, and it is approximately 9:33 a.m., then I can tell you right now, from this article, from nothing new being on the internet, the cause of death is still unknown. Okay. I just wanted to do this quick short video and saying the cause of death is still unknown. And for some reason, I have full confidence that the family will release that information. First, I was feeling like they were keeping it quiet. But when I read that the family still doesn't know, They don't know, they don't know. And, you know, if they did know, then it would be apparent when they found her. But it just sounds like I don't know who found her. We don't know the details of it all. Must have been tragic because and traumatizing. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When I came home and the emergency vehicles was at my house, well, what happened was I had to go pick up someone. I drove back home. And something told me, don't make any stops. I was about to make a stop. And something said, nope, go straight home. So I turned around, went straight home, pulled up in their driveway, backed in, and I started hearing all these sirens coming from everywhere. And I'm like, wow, what is going on? Because we live in a quiet neighborhood and you don't hear really much of anything going on. In fact, the area that I live in is one of the safest community in the Richmond and Tri-City areas. So we're not used to all these sirens. So I said, I know what's going on? And I heard them getting like closer and closer. Then I heard them turn down my street, which I live in a cul-de-sac. I heard them turn down my street. I'm like, what in the world? I said, I know they're not coming to my house. No, they're not. And my uncle, he had his vehicle parked out front because he helps me with my mom. And the fire truck and the not the ambulance but EMS workers or whatever, another vehicle's behind them, and then I still heard more coming, and I saw them get out of the fire truck, the firemen, and I'm thinking there must be a fire next across the street from me. But when they grabbed their bags and started walking towards my house, let me tell you, I have all these diseases. I'm very sick, nothing contagious. It's just my body shutting down on me. Um, I let go of my cane. I left the passenger in the vehicle and got out. I said, no, no. And I began to drop the cane down. Don't know really what I did with it. Don't remember. Running in the house, started running and really was hurting myself because I can't run really properly. I was hurting myself because I thought my mother had passed away. And I know it's time. I know it's going to happen, but I'm just dreading it, just can't deal with it. So even that little traumatic thing for me, and this is Jessica Owen's daughter. I know how it feels to lose a loved one, but this is so different that it is her daughter, and she's not supposed to see her daughter go before her. So it's different, but the pain, you can't say the pain is the same. No two people pain will be the same. You can't measure pain, but it must have been very traumatic experience and still traumatic for her. In any case, we still don't know. And I will be doing more updates until we get to the bottom of this. But I may not even do an update because I don't really, it doesn't affect me that I think the woman was super talented. It still doesn't affect me that this is the clearest rapper I have ever heard in my lap. I told you I have speech problems. Life. I've never heard a rapper be so clear in her tones and how she pronouncing things. And I think this is the start of something new and fresh. Rappers can rap all they want, but you should be clear. I don't like it when the whole record is one word or two. It's like people becoming more illiterate and can't think of what to write. But anyways, I want y'all to subscribe and please pay attention to me a little bit because I'm going to get involved with the political arena and I want to tell y'all some things. And I wanted to do something very big, but because I'm very sick, I can't do it. But there are things that I think is very important that we really need to pay attention to, and the people should start demanding. because you can't have change if you don't demand. You can't ask for change. You have to push for change. And there are ways to go about it, and I'm not suggesting violence at all. But anyways, that's aside from Lexi. Lexi, I will be like updating her, you know, what is said when she passed away. And I probably still would be stressing that this doesn't make, you know, this doesn't have a impact or shouldn't make you like her any less or more. It's not, you know, the ending of a person, because people go through so much trauma, and some people just can't take it, and it just fester and fester until they just can't take it anymore. And I'm not suggesting that she killed herself. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying that when we find out what really happened to Lexi, is that this does not take away from her talent, and does not take away that this young lady deserves recognition. All right, peace out. You know you're not going to be seeing me until I get my makeup and stuff going on. And plus, I'm dealing with illnesses, so, you know, you probably be getting these stills like this. So support me, support my channel, help me to make it grow. I love each and every one of y'all, and I don't say it lightly. I love humanity. I love people. I love good people. And I try to go against those that go against humanity, because it's not in the right form of things. So support me. And, you know, you can tell I'm an amateur, and I'm sure that I will get better as time goes on. Or at least y'all can understand what I'm trying to say to y'all and get across to y'all. Okay, it's too long now. I love you all. Support my channel. Click and subscribe.